Welcome back to the WHHI-TV Daily News. With me now is Dr. Susan Walley, and she is with the American Academy of Pediatrics. And Dr. Walley, we are going to talk today about an issue that's been going on for years and years and years, and of course that is adolescents and nicotine and tobacco use. But of course now we have new ways that they can get nicotine and tobacco. So tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Betsy, for having me on. But we know that our adolescents are using new tobacco products, such as e-cigarettes and vape. They're also known by their names like Juul and Puff Bar, and unfortunately that there are deceptive marketing techniques and flavors that are being used to entice our youth, so much so that right now we're seeing 1 in 6 high school students and 1 in 20 middle school students that are current users of tobacco products. And we know that these products have negative health effects.
Absolutely. Those are some very big numbers. And of course, I think with some of the e-cigarettes and the vaping, kids might have the perception, although not correct, that it's safer than other tobacco products. What are your recommendations for pediatricians and clinicians that are talking with kids these days and how to get the message across that they really should not be using these products?
Absolutely. And so, some of the messages that we're telling pediatricians or we're recommending to pediatricians is, that because of the high use, that we should be screening all patients 10 and 11 years and older for tobacco use and specifically e-cigarette use. We know that these products are not safe. First and foremost, we are concerned about tobacco and nicotine addiction, which is a chronic mental health disease. Fortunately, there are things that we can do, which include, preventative messages, and also if we do have an adolescent who is using, to help them quit.
Yeah. And what are some things that you would encourage policymakers to do to address this issue as well?
Yeah, fortunately, we know some of the things that work based on, what big tobacco did with conventional cigarettes. And so the Food and Drug Administration has the authority to regulate these nicotine and tobacco products, and we are recommending that they use that authority. Unfortunately, right now, for your listeners, if they go to a convenience shop, they're going to see dozens, if not hundreds, of tobacco products that have not been authorized by the FDA. We also know that flavors entice children to use, and that's a reason that flavors were taken out of cigarettes in 2009. But right now, e-cigarettes come in candy, dessert flavors like Sour Patch Kid, chocolate, mango, and we know that entices kids to start and then also keeps them using. So we recommend banning all flavors, and whether that's at the local level, state, and federal level.
Well, we've got about a minute left, and I want to talk a little bit about the front lines, which is, of course, parents and caregivers of these kids. What is the message that they should be giving? What are the conversations they should be having to try and prevent their kids from ever starting?
Yeah, and absolutely. I'm a pediatrician as well as a mother of 3 boys, and those conversations are so important to have. And as young as, again, 10 and 11 years of age, to let them know that these are not safe products, that they have dangers, which include nicotine addiction, which include lung injury, like e-cigarette or vaping-associated lung injury that has, caused death, and unfortunately lung failure, to be on a ventilator, to need a lung transplant. The other thing that's really important as a parent is to be a role model. We know that children look up to their parents, even if we don't think that they do. So if a parent uses tobacco or nicotine, that, to find resources to help them quit.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Walley, thank you so much for being here today to shed a light on this very important topic.
Thank you so much. And for more information, you can go to healthychildren.org.
After a quick break, we're going to learn about the Cinderella Fella Ball with Sheila Wiley from the school district. Stay with us.